looking at Zeke rockets today, which is a play on Zuni rockets. Those are like the unguided missile pods you sometimes see on attack helicopters and sometimes airplanes. So anyway, yeah, these are supposed to be unguided rockets. And this was probably, again, one of the first equipment cards I think we designed for the game. And early on, we were really trying to give each equipment kind of a different feel to it. So energy weapon, laser weapons, just pretty much kind of increase damage. Sometimes they increase accuracy a little bit. Cannons are very good at dealing critical hits. And then the missile cards plays into the game's flipping mechanic. So in Redline, cards can flip over. That's built into the game. Flipped cards are temporarily, I guess, in exile, you may say, and will reset at the beginning of the next turn. So a lot of the missile cards are kind of one-shot equipments, and to fire this weapon, you would have to flip it over. Your unit gets +1 damage, but loses some accuracy. These are unguided rockets, remember? But you have these equipped. It's a very cheap equipment at 1 cost to play and 0 to re-equip afterwards. But anyway, very cheap, very efficient way to just give a little bit extra attack at the risk of just being a little more inaccurate. But again, it's the flipping mechanic that's really cool. So you got 1 shot to fire those rockets. And again, once you shoot them, those missiles are depleted until you can rearm and reset your units at the beginning of your next turn. Or if you had a way to unflip cards under your control, you could rearm those rockets in the middle of battle. But again, kind of one of the first times we were playing with the flipping mechanic, and I'd love to see more cards utilize this, again, as we keep growing and developing the game and introduce more missiles and build them around the idea of them kind of being one-shot weapons, right? You got 1 chance to make it count, so knowing when to fire the rockets and when not to is very critical. And of course, a very cool illustration of a UNE thrust letting loose with a rocket barrage, excuse me. Damn, that's good art. All right, cool.